Starting. Well, it says it's live. We're live tonight. Welcome, everybody. We've got a couple people in the room. We've invited some more. We've got Alicia, Agent Burkett. We've got Mary. I think she's getting some things set up. And we've got Spirit Particles D, and I'm Ntalk, or Kim. And welcome, everybody, to the stream. We've got Hoosiers coming back. He's doing some stuff with some kids. And this is the month of women hosting, but I invited anybody who I could, a lot of people who are headed for Philly, but that might be one of the things we talk about some new sets that are out. And I've got some questions, written sloppily, questions just to keep up what we're doing and just see what's going on tonight. So how's everybody?
I'm good. I just spent sorry.
Go ahead.
I just spent the day, I did some yard work, and I went to the Ventura County Humane Society and the Girls Girl Club, read to some dogs. But one of them actually got a home today. Shortly after we stopped our little activity, this older lady came up and was like, "Oh, that dog you're holding is so cute." And of course I'm holding the dog because dogs love me and I love dogs. So she fell in love with this little poodle mix and then adopted her. So I feel like I did something good today.
That's fantastic.
Got a dog at home. And other than that, just hanging out, ready to talk about some Lego and build my R2-D2 I got shortly, a few weeks ago.
And what about you, Dee? I hear an echo. That's not me, is it? I hear it. It shouldn't be. I don't know. Actually,
I heard it for a second, but I don't hear it now.
Okay.
Okay, people are starting to show up in the chat now, so.
Good.
But I'm going to do an Instagram blast.
We can send Miss Ambia.
Let me take a picture of you.
Ciao, everybody.
Okay. Well, maybe I should take a better picture. Your mouth was hanging open.
Like, ah! It doesn't matter.
I don't want to be rude.
I'm always making a weird face.
And Big Cat's hiding, so.
Can't figure it out.
I'm trying to get. It keeps on changing really fast. Okay.
We're all talking. Keeps it moving.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, I got the volume worked out. Perfect.
Great.
But can you see me?
It's plugged in right there.
No. Probably plug it in.
Ntalk, can you see me?
Right now.
I know.
Is that I can see just the still picture of you.
All right.
But I figured it'd be a train wreck. I haven't hosted for a long time.
It's not that bad.
And I go back to the days of the train wrecks when they had people jumping in pools and stuff. I think I wasn't on the first one, but I go back a long time as far as these things go. I mean, they didn't go back to the 70s. We're talking about 3 years ago, but.
I should have got some water. Okay.
I plan to be up a while. I got my energy drink going here.
There you go.
Watermelon flavored.
Delicious.
Okay, I'll let you know who we have in the chat. We Figure Collector, OBFD, Northern Bricks, Miss Amby, Brick Navy. And that's all I see right now.
Great. Looking for goodies. So I think we're going around the horn and seeing what we've been up to today. What were you up to today, Dee? Or what have you been up to lately?
I finished my Lego storage box that I made out of jewelry box. I finished that.
Nice.
I just had to fill it up with things.
That's great. If people haven't seen that, they ought to go to Instagram and check that out. That's really cool.
Amazing. It looks so good, Dee. Amazing.
Thank you.
I haven't seen it. I'm looking right now.
We all want one.
What? No, you want one?
Yes.
Maybe that's a thing I can do. Go hunting at garage sales and then resell them after.
There you go.
That's so cute.
Isn't it great?
I will now.
And then what have you been up to, Mary?
Well, I got a great package today. Brick or Treats just sent me the, I bid on those 3 Star Wars on the Hauling and Balling auction a couple of weeks ago. So he sent me the big package of the 3 sets that I want. Plus he threw in 1, 2, 3, 4 different little poly bags that I needed for my collection. So it was like Christmas. Oh, I loved it.
Cool.
Are you on your phone, Mary?
Yes.
Are you using your phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Why? I could use the big computer, but I am so not tech savvy. Oh my gosh. I had to ask Busy Blocks to help me with this.
Yeah, OBFD said that jewelry box is amazing, Dee. I think we all agree.
Thank you.
I need a purple and pink one.
Yeah, I was thinking about OBFD. So a couple weeks ago, I was in Ohio, where I'm from, and I went to breakfast with a friend of mine that I know from grad school, and I was meeting a bunch of her friends, and one of them worked for the Lego company. I couldn't believe that. Her job is to put people in positions where they're delivering and setting up the Lego setups at all the different stores. But once she realized how much I was into Lego, at one point, actually, my friend's husband said we weren't allowed to talk about Lego anymore because we wouldn't shut up. But she went out to her car. It was obnoxious, and she got me one set and a couple pens. But I thought of OBFD when I got this set. So she left the car, and she said, "Would you put this together? Would you like this?" I said, "Of course, I would like any Lego." So
That is
cool. Free Lego.
I just saw OBFD's Instagram, and he got a ton of trucks on his floor. A ton of fire trucks.
When he sets up at Philly, he has like 2 or 3 tables. It might even be 4 tables. He might double them, and it's just all trucks. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen so many trucks in my life. It's like a fleet.
He's a fire truck expert.
He is.
He is.
So I added not much space, but I added enough space to put in a shelf in the attic, so I could put some Lego up there to store. So I'll buy it when it's on sale, and then when we go to Philly, I sell it. The last 2 years, I've been able to sell some and make enough to pay for my hotel room. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the plan. So.
When can we buy the tickets for Philly? Anyone know?
I thought they said they might post them in
October.
October. Did I hear that? Yeah.
Pretty soon.
I know I already saved my room through, I'm a member of one of the hotel's points. I don't even remember which one, but I went ahead and saved my room. And then if there's a better deal through Philly, I just drop that reservation and get another one. So people might want to look into that, because there's 2 hotels really close. And then there's other hotels that are somewhat close. Last time I stayed at one that was farther out. But if you're gonna, especially if you're gonna do the stuff where you drink, it's probably better to stay closer.
Yeah. We might be staying with Birdie Bot's Bricks, James.
Yeah.
When we go out there, so we'll save on hotel space at least.
Yeah, that's especially
We gotta work out
because
the details.
you guys have to fly. Or
Yeah.
I imagine you're gonna fly.
For sure. I'm not driving.
It's a long
I like
day.
to drive, but not that much.
I don't like to fly.
That's right. California.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a long drive for all three of you, actually. I mean, it's a long drive for me. It'd be a long drive from California or Nevada.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly into New York first.
Yeah, I would think so. I just load up my car and drive.
Well, how long is that
Hoosier
for you?
wants to know if it's only ladies tonight on the panel.
No, it just turned out that's all who's joined so far. I invited guys as well. I figure it's Women's Hosting Month, but anybody can be on. I'm okay with anybody.
That's right. Get those guys on here.
Yeah, anybody who likes Lego is fine.
Let me see if there's.
Yeah. Hoosier was in here for a minute earlier, so he's welcome to come back in. And Bricksmith was supposed to be here. Actually, he was the first person who told me he wanted to be on, but their web's down. Their internet's down. I'm hoping it'll come back up, but I don't think it's going to.
Nothing like internet problems.
No. So what's everybody thinking? This might already be being talked about, but I didn't get much Lego YouTube watching in today or yesterday. What's everybody think of the Joker Manor?
Crazy.
I liked it. I didn't look at like all of the detail pictures, but just the main facade picture. I really liked it.
What's the price?
What's
the MSRP?
It's $2 something, isn't it?
Oh man.
It's $200.
I think so. I thought the price was a little steep.
Yeah, because it's got 3,000.
Not one that I would get, but it looks pretty fun.
I'm sure we'll get it someday.
Yeah.
I imagine I'll get it. I like the idea of the roller coaster part.
Yeah, that's cool how they had the roller coaster going around it.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get it now because
I wonder if it goes all the way around, or if it's just the front part like that.
I don't know. Troy's obsessed with roller coasters right now, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like.
But that must be Brickzar's fault.
Hey, have you seen Brickstar's latest video where he has the one that he bought on Kickstarter that's not Lego but Lego compatible?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder why all the roller coaster people are just making them white. It must be white plastic must be a lot cheaper, huh?
That's a good point.
Are you on the floor now, Mary?
Yeah.
Getting comfortable.
I'm going to do it on the big screen next time, trust me. Because even Busy's like, Mary, you're just too much.
your face is like right up there.
I know. Don't like it. Don't like it. I know. Hey, this is my first time.
And thank you for coming on, especially for your first time.
It was only because of you.
I appreciate it.
And I did pull the plug, but it was you.
Thank you.
Talking.
Troy says that Hoser, Hoezer 2 on YouTube has the best roller coasters.
Who is that?
It looks like it says Hoser.
Hoser.
Hoezer 2, number 2.
Because we have a Hoser who also is a Hoosier, right? Buddy there.
Sounds like Hoosier.
Different Hoosier.
I wondered if he was being funny, but okay, there's actually somebody else out there. Okay.
Yeah. He's obsessed with him right now, for sure.
Did you say you already booked your hotel for Philly?
Yeah. Did you too? I think somebody else did. Was that you?
Yeah, I booked mine.
You stay in the same place you stayed in last year?
No, last year we did like you. We stayed about 15 minutes out. So this year we're across the parking lot or across the street or whatever it is.
That's what I did too. I was farther away, and this year I booked closer at least to start with. It's just going to be easier if I've never taken part in like the drunk building. The first year I was sick. I just got over bronchitis. I wasn't even over bronchitis. And then last year, being farther away, I'm just not going to risk drinking and driving or. Yeah, so I'll drink and stumble to my hotel room. So maybe that's what I'll do this year, but not drive.
Yeah, like I said, last year it was either the wife and the kids were there, or they wasn't there. So now that we're across the parking lot or whatever, they can come and go as they please. So
yeah, I think it helps once you've been there. Once you kind of get an idea. But that's why we're telling everybody else what it's like, so that can help for anybody showing up.
Is the cost less if you book it this far in advance, do you think?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to make sure I got it, and I'm a little OCD.
yeah, well, last
I'm
year,
a procrastinator.
It goes back to that cleaning up we were talking about before we started the stream.
I think last year we booked ours in like January, and we was forced to go further out.
Yeah, it fills up too. So yeah, it's a smart idea to go ahead and as long as you. I mean, actually, if I paid ahead of time, I'd save more money, but I'm not going to pay just in case something happens. My very first year, I was supposed to go. My wife broke her leg, and I couldn't go. So had I paid for that, I'd been out the hotel room. So, I just reserve it. So I've only been to 2 out of 3. Although I have 3 badges, because they sent me my badge and stuff that year. I didn't go.
Oh, dang it, I was looking all over for these yesterday.
See, if you clean up. No, I'm just teasing.
I know, my desk is like a mess.
Maybe you should make a jewelry box to keep all that stuff in.
I know, there's nothing in it yet.
And Dee, your dog is so cute, Gracie.
Yeah, thank you. She's meaner than she looks, though.
Does she get mad when you build Lego, though, when you start, with my dog does. He knows when I'm start building a Lego set, he just looks at me like, really?
No, she just doesn't want me to pick her up. She's like, leave me alone. Ow.
So we've been asking everybody what they've been up to lately. I believe you're building a room, but if you've been doing any, is that what you've been up to?
Yeah, I worked on it some today. Couldn't do too much. The wife is under the weather, so I had all three children. It's coming along faster than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I've been surprised by how fast you've been moving. It's looking good.
There we go. Time to turn this thing off.
It's a real Saturday night stream. We've got Hoosiers music going.
But hopefully next weekend or the weekend after, all the Legos permanently out there. So
what I think I watched one of the videos you did, and you said you're going to have like that one area is indented for building, and then you're going to have a wall. Are you going to have a wall with the whatever? I've got Akron Mills, but some kind of drawers.
Yeah, the room itself is 13 feet wide and 26 feet long.
Wow.
So, and there's like a little 5-foot cutout at the end where I'm going to put a build table. And then along the wall that's only 18 feet is where I'm going to store all my bricks. And then the other side will be nothing but city tables. So
cool. The question is the room tall enough for you?
Right? I'm going to have real short tables.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, if I get too tall, I'll just take sections out and store it. And then when I go display, I'll put the sections back in.
Cool.
Take a couple floors out of a building or whatever, store it on a shelf or something.
That makes sense. So is everybody here on the panel planning on going to Philly this year?
Yep.
Yes.
Fantastic. And I know, Mary, we're going to go get Thai food, and everybody's going to be invited, right?
Oh,
Yeah, MD Brick MD's got to take care of that with me. We can shut down the whole restaurant.
We decided even if you don't like Thai food, you'll come just for the fun of it.
That's right. But who doesn't like Thai food? Come on.
Yeah.
oh, if there's Thai food, I'm there.
Okay, you're in.
Same
If there's
here.
any food, I'm there.
That's what Amy said. She loves food too.
So usually they have categories of competitions at Philly, and I was trying to remember them. I think they have a town category. They had a ship category. They have a space category. Anybody else remember what else they have?
They have Best Bot.
Best Bot.
Train.
They have Best Philly. They have a superhero one?
Yes.
I thought so, because I thought Troy's was in that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
I'm actually
remember.
going to build my own thing this year. I'm very excited for myself.
I'm excited for you too. Are you going to tell ahead of time, or are you going to keep it a secret? I always debate on that.
All I can say is that it's going to be like part 2 of what we displayed last year.
Okay.
So, and it'll be a sig fig build, kind of like what we did with incorporating all the sig figs into the display.
That was cool.
So, yeah, it's going to be, we just came up with this idea the other day too. So we're all like, yes, we have to do it.
Cool. Are you bringing town Hoosier? You bringing giant buildings that you Hoosierize?
Yeah, my plan is to bring 180 base plate layout.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy crap. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to bring my little town.
That is the plan.
Wow.
That could change between now and then.
So you're thinking
We're
about
going to have like half of the convention center.
You're gonna bring a trailer this time, is what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely gonna pull a trailer this time.
And Dee, you're bringing some of your town too?
Yeah. I want to kind of bring my garden too, but I don't know if I can do that. I'll need a van.
I just got a new car, and I don't have any kids that are needing a van. I have a 30-year-old and a 28-year-old, and we don't have any grandkids yet. But I bought a van, and people are like, why'd you buy a van? And it's both because I bicycle, so we put our bikes in it. But everybody's like, you bought it for the Lego, didn't you? And it's like, yes, exactly. I bought it for the Lego. Just so I can buy Lego and I can haul Lego. So all the seats fold into the bottom, so it becomes essentially a cargo van. I'd be really creepy if I were an old man, but luckily I'm a woman, and so nobody's going to think I'm creepy with all the Lego in my car.
You're not creepy.
My daughter's boyfriend has a minivan, so maybe he'll let me borrow it. I don't know.
Go for that. He get points with his potential future mother-in-law. So Mary, are you going to bring anything? You going to bring any builds?
No, just a big suitcase. I heard that the what's the garage sale or something at the end?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The yard sale, and there's chances to win Lego too.
Yeah, so I'm just bringing a big old empty suitcase so I can haul that all back.
Mary, are you doing 2 days, or are you doing all 4?
I'm gonna do all 4. I'm gonna go with Amy. Busy blocks.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Yeah, the 4 days is more fun because the 2 days before the public get there, we really get to hang out more with each other and get to know each other.
Yeah, it's kind of an AFOL. You know, all the AFOLs get together. So yeah, I want to make sure I'm there the whole. And if I'm flying that far, I'm gonna take a week off. So I'm gonna make it work.
For sure.
So now, since Mary's not bringing no Lego, she gets to help everybody set up and tear down, right?
That's
Yep. I'm gonna be whatever you guys need me to. I'll be your grunt.
Actually, I'm gonna put that on my calendar right now. Time off.
Oh, the minute-
Well, I made up some questions that you might find. I don't know if we'll like them or not, and I lost the chat again to know if we're entertaining people or not. But
we have some more people in the chat if you want me to.
Yeah, let's say hi to the people in the chat.
Where'd I leave off? I don't remember. There's Brick Blaze. I see him.
Brick Blaze.
It's hard not to do that, isn't it? You just have to. I like it.
Brick Blaze.
Bricks for Chris.
All right. I want to meet him.
Our man.
He's an okay guy. You know that B for C. You know.
Brooklyn Bricks. I tried to invite Bricks for Chris, but I couldn't find him on my list. So, who else is out there? I think I already mentioned everybody. I don't know. And then there's the Brokers.
I seen Brick or Treats floating around in there a few minutes ago.
I said that, but I don't know if everybody heard it, but
I think there's a cat in the closet.
Cat in the closet.
What are you doing in there?
Who's got the cat in the
All I hear is like rustling.
Oh my goodness.
So, in talk, what's your plan for Philly? Are you going to do just a build like you did last year, or?
Yeah, I haven't decided what for sure yet. I have one idea. The last 2 years I've built something that's based on Philly because I just look for a building and do that. So I might do that, but I haven't decided for sure, and I haven't started. I've just cleaned my Lego room again, rearranged it again. Sometimes I think I like Lego just because I like to keep moving it around the room. But I'm about ready to start building. The building I'm thinking about building is black, and I have a big box of black brick. Of course, I always pick something that I don't have. Like I have a ton of tan. I don't have black, so I have to. Of course, I thought I'd build black. That's the way it always works.
I have some black for you.
Well,
I was thinking about submitting something for the Glow Zone.
Oh yeah, there's that.
But I'm in competition with Troy for trans neon green, and so that's what I really wanted to use in my mock. And I'm like, no, I think this other idea is going to be better. So I'm going to forego the Glow Zone this year.
I think it's going to be hard to beat Bubba.
Yeah, he's done really well with that. Well, this year we don't have No More Bricks as our competition, so we all have a better shot at winning something.
Oh crap! It's on.
Because he always wins. He's a great builder. That's why he wins.
Mm-hmm.
So it's April 18th to the 21st.
Is that the Thursday through the Sunday?
Thursday, Friday.
Oh, it's 19th through the 22nd.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it started on Wednesday, but
I think they let us in on the Wednesday.
okay.
Yeah,
I know.
Last year they let us in at like 10 in the morning on that Wednesday.
Okay.
Just to unload, or if you had your own table, to set your own table up.
Yeah, I usually drive all day Wednesday, and then I drive home on the Monday.
How long is that drive for you, Kim?
I think it's like 14 or 15 hours. I can't remember without looking it up. But like the first year I stopped at as many Lego stores as I could. The second time I went, I only stopped at like 3 Lego stores. But I make it an event. But it does take a while. It's all day. And I'll be teaching. I have a teaching schedule that's Tuesday, Thursday, so my students get a Thursday off, but I can't let them have too much time off, so I got to get back. So
yeah.
It's a 13-hour drive for me.
Wow.
How long would it take us?
And who's bringing the whole family?
Did you ask
Okay.
if he's bringing his family?
You're gonna bring the whole family? Who's?
Oh, yeah. Whole family comes. Nathan will be there. Erica will be there. A 4-year-old will be there.
Oh, okay, great.
Erica's really into it. And last year, I forget your wife's name, sorry, but I know she ended up getting into it too.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen her build was in the impaired speed build. And neither one of us was impaired, and we still got our butts kicked.
Erica did
I just
great.
remember I did a lot of shouting.
Yeah, my wife had fun on what is it, Afol night or Red Brick District. She enjoyed herself.
Yeah, it's fun.
So if we drove to Philly, it would take us 1 day and 16 hours to get there.
And that's driving straight, right?
Through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
I was
that's
just
gonna happen.
I think Haley and them, they drive 24 or 26 hours of driving time.
Yeah. I imagine they do. They're in Texas. Maybe you're Houston.
I think we're going to stay 11 days this year.
Wow.
Oh wow.
9 days.
Kids want to see New York, and it's like right there.
It is.
That's why we went to New York, because we were like, hey, guess what? We can go do everything.
If you're that close, you might as well.
Yeah, it's actually a 14-hour drive for me if I just don't get out of the car,
Oh.
which I'm going to do.
What's the name of the suburb where it is?
Oaks something?
Oaks, PA?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, Oaks.
Our man 2414 says it's 13 hours, 33 minutes for him without traffic. Chicago, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh, he's going to have traffic.
Mr. H is in the chat. He says,
Hey, Mr. H. In Northern Bricks, it'd be 23 hours of driving for him. Yeah, it's not exactly centrally located. But
being that I'm going to pull a trailer, it's probably going to be 15, 16 hours for me now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I learned my lesson in Buffalo. No more speeding.
No.
No more tickets, Hoosier. No more tickets.
Get in trouble.
I wonder if there's somewhere you could stop on the way, Hoosier, that would be interesting. You know, it's somewhere in Ohio, close to the Pennsylvania border. There's that guy who has the plastic brick museum.
Huh.
Wonder if you could spend the night somewhere around there. I mean, that might be too close to Philly, but if you could build something in that would also be interesting as part of the trip. I know it's not open in the summer because I always think about it's not that close to Columbus where I go to visit my family anyways. But I thought about trying to go to it, but I think it may not be open in April, but so you'd have to look into it, but it may be.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
Yeah.
I don't mind the driving. I can drive all day and all night. It's the kids. As long as the kids are being good, I'm moving.
Yeah. You got to give them something DVR or something to watch, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Video games.
I am pulling a trailer. I can always put them in the trailer.
pack them away. Keep in their own crate. They're good to go.
So I'm gonna have some questions today. Just thinking about it. We're doing pretty well talking, anyways. But I was thinking, let's say that you won something, won some kind of contest, and you won. You could do $1,000 shopping spree at a Lego store, but this is like a dream come true, right? But it's only 1,000, but that's quite a bit. But you had to buy it all before the end of December. So I'm putting, like you can't save it. What would you buy?
Is this like a fantasy
store
where all of the sets ever made are available to buy? Or
no, current stuff. We can do the fantasy as well.
Okay, fine. Somebody else go first. I don't know. I have to think about it.
Well, Falcon. I gotta have that.
Would you get it? I wondered. That's why I put 1,000, because at first I was going to say a lower amount, and I thought, okay, 1,000, because that sets what, $850 or 800? 800. Okay. So you still got 200 left, Mary. What else are you going to buy?
And then I have, but it's got a fishing store, because I know Hoosier has that. I think Dee, you have that, the fishing store?
It's really cool.
There's my 1,000 right there.
There it is. Hey, you're efficient. You are really efficient. That's great. You're going to have to get somebody to help carry it out to the car, maybe, but you're efficient with the shopping.
I know. I think it's way.
Somebody said, who that Northern Brick said, empty the pick-a-brick wall.
Only if they had good bricks.
Yeah, only if they had tile, right? Gray tile.
Seriously.
10 cases of gray tile. Is that what you're going to say, Hoosier? No.
Nah, I'd grab probably 3 more detectives' offices.
Ooh.
What's the other modulars I ain't made big yet? I got another Parisian, so that's as big as I'm gonna go with that. Probably a couple more Palace Cinemas, and then go crazy on the pick-a-brick wall.
The Palace Cinema is supposed to be going into retirement too, isn't it? So that's a good move.
Or a bunch of road plates.
Hoosier, I can't believe you didn't say train. Well, there isn't a current one, is there?
No, yeah, we're leaving it to the current right now. What do you think, Dee?
Well, I would get the Ninjago City. I still don't have it because I'm saving my penny for it. I have a spot waiting for it too.
I forgot about that one.
The London Bus, I get one of those. You notice I didn't say Millennium Falcon. I don't want one. But I would probably get a BB-8 too. Are you keeping track? That's for.
Yeah. I don't know the prices of everything.
That's like $530, I think.
That's okay. You still got.
And I wasn't planning on getting the Temple of Ultimate Weapon, but since I got a free $1,000, I would get it. What else would I get? A lot of stuff in the pick-a-brick wall. I'm looking at Lego right now, so I can. So
I figured you were. I was going to ask you if you're looking at
Should be.
if they still have the Volkswagen car, I would get that because I do have the Boss. So.
the Beetle. You'd be busy building after your trip. I guess we all would, but
yeah,
got a lot of different ones.
That's not even $1,000 yet.
Kellen popped in the chat.
Lots of pick-a-brick cups.
Yeah, Kellen should have an invite if we invited her, right?
Yeah, I invited her, I think. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she should get on.
Lots of pick-a-brick cups.
You
You guys said a lot of the things I said. I'm back and forth about the Millennium Falcon because I think it'd be, I like to build it. I built the smaller one just recently, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I like building it. And I went to Ninjago City, and I went to BB-8. I have the London bus. In fact, my office staff luckily likes Lego now, and she keeps, my administrative assistant keeps saying, bring in more so we can put it on the shelves. So I'm finding, another place to keep it. So that's good.
I probably get a couple more architecture sets too.
Bricks for Chris in the chat said he would buy all road plates.
$1,000 for the road plates?
What?
That's
How much are the road plates going for?
Doesn't he already have like that much?
The last time I bought one,
Got a lot of plates.
$14.99, I think.
That's what I was thinking. They were $15.
And when
All right, I know what I'll get. I think. I would like to get the BB-8.
BB-8.
And a couple more sets of, it's an elves set. It's the one with all of the black and purple pieces that are really cool. I think it's like Regana's castle or
The
whatever
castle.
they call it.
Oh, I got that on sale. Yeah, I remember posting that and you being jealous of it.
Yeah, so jealous. And
Let's see if I can find another one.
I would probably get a couple of the other elf sets, especially the ones that have the dragons in them, because I don't have all of those yet. And I don't know, there was something else I really wanted, and now I can't think of what it was. And I should be looking at brick set or something. Jog my memory. I don't know. Those are the things that come to mind, though.
Kind of mine. That's cool. Your stuff. Everybody's a little different. I like that. Kellen says she didn't see an invite.
Okay, let me do it again.
Okay.
Northern Brick said he's going to need to find a new mop because his mountain is almost done.
It's looking good.
Oh,
He's got the snow cap on it, doesn't he? That's his, isn't it? I see so much.
I
Yeah.
don't know if this has got the snow cap. I think Rick Willett's building one that's got a snow cap. I don't know if Northern Bricks has got one or not.
I have to go look.
I think Northern Bricks does have the snow cap. I just saw it on Instagram. Looks
Okay.
good.
Yeah, Miss Amby said she'd get Disney Castle BB-8 and the Pick-a-Brick wall.
Oh, that's a good one.
And a minifigure collector would buy a whole wave of City. That's a good idea. Nexo Nights is like a Batman movie.
Yep, Robbie likes his city.
Yeah. So here, I don't know if you're even going to have an answer for this, but what would you say is your favorite Lego color is? And you can use the bricklet color or whatever you can, however you want to say it. Do you have a favorite Lego color of brick or tile or?
But for me, I love that color, the azure.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like
What
a
now?
turquoise, correct?
The azure or the?
Azure.
I think it's turquoise. They just say azure.
Kelly is on my invite list, so I don't know why she didn't get it.
I'm turning around to see if I can find the colors.
Where did they go?
I don't know where I'd have.
Oh my God, I just found the link.
Oh, dear.
The link you were looking for the whole time we were pre-show?
This color?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like medium azure or is it dark azure?
I think
It's
this
a
is
lighter
medium.
azure. Medium. Yeah, I think. Oh, that's it. That's it. Yep, I love that color.
I like the dark orange, and now I can't even find any.
For me, it would have to be sand
dark
green.
azure.
Would you say what color?
For me, it would have to be sand green.
Sand green.
That's your color.
Surprise!
I thought you might even that or the light gray.
I like dark tan.
Dark tan. I like that. That's close to the orange that I like.
I like this light purple.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
that's a good one. So
And there's an older teal color that's more green, blue green. I don't think they make it anymore, but we have a bunch of 2x2s in that color. They're on our Roxxon building in the city. Tarde.
Is that the color D said? It's hard. Everybody's monitor is different.
That looks gold.
Yeah.
Or is that? No, that's medium dark flash.
Okay. I like these two actually.
Medium flash, medium dark flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's medium dark flash.
Brought the dog bed in here so the dog would lay on the bed, and where is he? Right next to me, so I trip over him. Why did he do that?
So other people say medium. Oh yeah, medium dark. They were in transit there. Liz saying the colors. Ms. Amby likes the light blue color that the Corner Deli uses.
Too.
Olive green or medium reserve for our man 2414. OBFD says not the official name, but golf blue. Northern Bricks likes sand green.
Sand blue. Yeah, it's nice. I like that.
Yeah, no, sand blue's nice.
It's hard to choose just one color.
Sand red's kind of cool too, actually. You don't see that very often. Okay, so not a Lego question. What's your favorite food?
I don't know. I like everything.
Sushi.
I'm fixing to make me some eggplant parm pretty soon because I grew some eggplants and they're cute.
Real
Homemade
food or
are
Lego
really
food?
good. And Mary, did you say
Oh, sausages are my favorite.
Yeah, sushi. Anything,
Sushi.
actually, anything Asian. I can eat Vietnamese, Thai, Chinese, Japanese. Oh my gosh.
I like Thai, Korean. I like spicy, so I like Thai that's spicy. I like Mexican that's spicy.
Definitely. I like it spicy. Oh, I love it hot. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a really good ramen place here in Ventura.
Ooh.
So ramen is like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
You're making me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make us all hungry. Sorry.
I'm going to agree with Miss Amby and say, can I just say food?
Miss Amby lives in England, right? Or does she live in somewhere in
Scotland.
Scotland? Okay. Because I was gonna say my favorite. I when we go to England, I love to get Indian food.
Oh yeah.
Really spicy Indian food there, better than I get here in Georgia or South Carolina. So, as you might expect.
London has one of the best Indian restaurants.
I've had some. I don't know if I probably haven't been in the same restaurant you have, but I've had some really good Indian food in London as well. Hey,
I really like
Ozzy Brickchick showed up. Hello.
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 She's on 24 hours a day on some station.
I just had a really long day yesterday, and then I streamed last night with Iceberg Brick for the AP stream, and then yeah, I've not long waken up.
No, Haley said to invite you, and I was thinking, well, you're on. I will, but oh my gosh, you were on all the time. But if you're gonna take your power naps and be on again, then you're welcome.
That's all right. I've got an ice cream. I'll sugar up a little bit. I'll be awake in a minute.
Okay.
Already had a shower. That's worked a little.
So we're having some Lego questions and then some other questions, asking everybody their favorite food.
Oh, well, that's easy.
What's your favorite? Ice cream?
Chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream. OBFD likes baby back ribs, but southern smoked, not northern. He's particular there.
If you're going to get really, really specific, probably my most favorite that I've had recently is from a place called Betty's Burgers and Concrete Co. They do like these awesome little burgers. Like they're not big, but they're just so gorgeous. And they have custard ice cream thick shakes, and I had peanut butter and chocolate, and it was like divine. Oh, that was like my birthday dinner, and I was like, oh, heaven.
I'm starting to salivate. Can we not?
I know. Okay. Okay, this is. Here, I got a question that I know that at least Agent Burkett will probably like, because I know I talked to her a bit about books. What's your favorite book or the last book you read? And it, you know, it might be the Lego Encyclopedia, and that's fine.
The last book I read it's a book called Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, and that's it's translated from Japanese, and I read it for our Girls Girl Club book club, and it was about loss and transition and how you fit into the world and after all these things that you go through, and it was interesting. Not my favorite book, but there was a lot of food in it, so that was good. And my favorite book is probably Wicked by Gregory Maguire. He has a way of turning a fairy tale into like a realistic. He humanizes the characters. He takes away their stark archetypes. You know, like I'm good and I'm bad and blah blah blah. And he kind of makes them more human and a little more understandable, so you can see them from a different perspective. It's really cool.
And then my wife read that. We went to see the play, but I've not read the book. But. Yeah,
I saw the musical in LA. One of the touring companies came through. It was a few years ago, but it was also amazing.
It was. Yeah, we saw it in New York, and then we took the kids to see it in Atlanta. So I've seen it twice. It's really good.
Cool. We saw Waitress when we went to New York when we were back there. And Sarah Bareilles was in it, and she's actually from Humboldt County in Northern California, where I am also from. We didn't know each other, but our uncles know each other. So I have like 2 degrees of separation from somebody famous I saw on Broadway.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a really good show. So
cool. I love live theater, and I imagine you do too, from knowing what you studied in school and things like that.
Yeah, I have my bachelor's in theater, and then we're actually thinking about doing some Girls Girl Club stuff with theater, like putting on skits or I don't know, something in the far future, because that's a lot of planning.
Yeah,
but yeah, we'll get there.
Cool. What about anybody else if you want to share anything about books, since we're going off food?
Books.
I don't remember the last time I read a book, because my life has been taken over by Lego. But
that's why I said it could even be. Well, because I just got this book, although I haven't read it. So actually, this is a couple books. This is the Batman movie Essential Guide is in here, and then a sticker book. So you could have read a sticker book, and then I also have the Lego book. Those are probably the ones that I've been looking at most, other than a book on cyber terrorism, which I'm reading for work.
Heavy stuff.
Besides Harry Potter, my favorite book is The Used World by Haven Kimmel.
Hello.
Hello.
Have you ever been to the Stratford Festival?
Have you ever what?
Have you ever been to the Stratford Festival?
I haven't.
It's in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, and it's a bunch of like Shakespeare plays and different kind of plays. A lot of them.
Cool. I think I saw MD Bricks, but then he disappeared. So it might have just been,
I think he heard me opening an ice cream.
Look like he might have been driving. So.
Are you having ice cream for breakfast, Aussie?
Well, it's the middle of the day. It's lunch.
Oh, okay.
So I'm having ice cream, and then I'll have proper lunch at some point.
OBFD read Old Man in the Sea by Hemingway. I wonder if it was assigned to him, or he just...
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Well, it's kind of like I'm reading cyber terrorism. It's kind of assigned to me, so I could get that.
My next book club book is one of Maya Angelou's autobiographies, so I guess I got a signed book work too.
Yeah, I really like Maya Angelou. I got to meet her one time as well, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. I was a women's studies undergrad, and we went to a bunch of us when I was an undergrad went to some festival in Washington, D.C., and she was there. I got to meet her.
Wow,
Cool.
that's amazing.
So I guess we're doing off bricks on whatever, bricks on bricks off. They do too. We're doing.
Yeah, we're way off.
Yeah. Well, this could be. You know, never know where this stuff will lead you, right? There's some amazing mocks of food, and maybe we could. And there's the mocks of books. So you know, who knows?
Ooh, it would be super cool to do mosaics of book covers.
That would be cool.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Did you see one of the Lego ideas that made 10,000 is another one of J.K. Brickworks, but it's a pop-up book.
I love those.
Yeah.
Those are so neat.
How does he do that?
I don't know.
He must be.
He's awesome.
Clever stuff.
Miss Amby's asking for an invite, and I thought I sent her one, but. But I'm, you know.
Dee, get on that, would you?
Well, invites have been a struggle today. Amby.
Did she go by Miss Amby?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's, I sent one to somebody called MissAmby@gmail.com. Like, who knows who I'm inviting to this thing? If somebody show up we don't recognize, we'll just, you know, ask them if they know anything about Lego.
Okay.
They come and they're like, who are you people? What's going on?
All right, I've added her with something I used last night that worked, so hopefully that works.
Thanks.
That's all right.
Well, minifigure collector's asking who's going to win the whole trivia showdown. I think he's got a shot at it.
I think he has a definite shot because I'm supposed to go up against him. So
Well, we're on the same side, right? The same side of the bracket. I think, I can't remember actually. Next time up against Bricksmith. And I think
no, you're on the opposite side of me.
I was thinking you were against him and I was against Bricksmith, and then whoever one of those we play, like let's say you won and I won. I think we play each other next. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it. I do, like I read this book a little bit a couple days before, and that helped me last time. So, yes,
I got my chosen category as Nexo Knights, and I was not happy.
No, I was awful with Star Wars. Although I should have went with my gut. I could have done better instead of doing multiple choice, but
Yeah.
I won, so I was okay.
There's some good questions that they're asking. Those boys know what they're doing.
They're doing a really good job. It's really hard to come up with, especially because it changes. Things like, you know, what's the biggest set and who is the CEO. That kind of stuff changes over time, and they're working at it though.
Yeah, they've done a good job at picking questions that people will most likely know the answers to, instead of like stuff that's out in left field where like, who would know that unless you're like a super duper brickhead, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you're a minifigure collector.
Yeah.
I think Robbie's got a real shot, that's for sure.
I think so. It was fun to watch it last night with the guys on there. They were really good to bring both of them in there.
Who ended up winning last night?
The guy that wrote the Lego animation book.
Brick 10, yeah.
Brick 101.
101.
Oh wow.
He's late. I think they're 16 to 7.
Yeah.
Or 16 to 6.
You moving around trying to stay comfortable, Mary?
I'm comfortable.
Okay, we're getting different backgrounds.
Huh?
We're getting different backgrounds. You're moving around.
I know.
Hey, Brick Dudes is there.
Brick
In the
dude.
Dude, Steven!
Nice of him to stop in. Hopefully he's still doing well and having fun at college.
Sent him an invite hoping he could pop in.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be good to see him.
Steven, pop in, would you?
I thought he was older than just getting into college.
I did too. I thought he was in college, but he was in high school, so.
He's very mature for his age.
He is. He is. It's only because I know I talk to people. It's only because of Lego that I have friends who are 15-year-old males. That otherwise would be very odd. But like OBSD, I enjoy talking to them and chatting with them about all kinds of stuff and hanging out with them at Philly. But it, otherwise,
Yeah.
I didn't
get
even
your lore.
I didn't
Works
even.
out. Mine doesn't.
pardon you a couple times talking at the same time there.
I'm sorry.
Now we'll all be quiet.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
No, you're supposed to go
my
now.
lower third at work and it's not working, so.
So is anybody doing any shows before Philly?
We might do Bricks LA. And that's in January, I think.
Yeah, I got 2 open if they come to the same location. I'll do them again, but I haven't heard anything. So
There's a Bricks Universe in Columbia, South Carolina in October, but I don't know that it's so much an AFOL thing. But I might go to it. There's a group on. I haven't decided yet. That's not far from me at all. My son lives in Columbia. That's like an hour and a half away.
that was the first show I ever attended and displayed was Brick Universe. They're good people.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It was hard not to do that one. It was 10 minutes away.
Yeah. I'd like to go to Bricks LA. Maybe I'll try to do that in January, just because that's where our daughter lives. And even if I, just to try, that way I could see her and go play with Lego at the same time. I hear it's a pretty tight. A lot of the people there know each other really well, but still,
Yeah. I think that we've gotten acquainted a little bit better with a few of the members of the LUG who run it. So this year might be a little, we might feel a little more comfortable there, I guess is a good word for it.
Good.
It wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, it was a little weird. It felt a little out of our element. But it was the first show we'd ever done. So.
Yeah.
Did it feel clicky?
Huh?
She said, did it feel clicky?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit clicky. But Troy actually went to a barbecue in LA at one of the LUG members' houses, and he got to know a lot more people there. And I think that this year it'll be a better experience for us.
You're a great builder, so that you could hang with them that way.
For sure.
I don't know. One of the guys in the LUG, Chris White, he made this. I'm sure you've seen pictures of it. It's this giant wheel, and inside the wheel is like a steampunk airship, and the wheel rolls with the airships like staying stationary within the wheel, and it's got like moving parts and propellers and minifigs everywhere and all this crap on it, and it's so intricate. And I'm like,
wow.
it's just like, I took a million pictures of it. It was crazy.
That's cool.
Let me see.
Northern Brick said he finished the top of the mountain during the stream.
Cool.
I gotta do stuff with my mountain.
Well, it seems like every weekend Aussie Brick Chicks showing is going to a show. You have any coming up?
No, this is like the last one for the year.
Come to the end of the season.
Like, yeah, till January. Yeah, yesterday I went to a show for another lug. So just visiting, not exhibiting, because 3 days is too much for me. Our shows are usually only 2 days long, plus a day set up. I can't do like 4 or 5.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's a big ask. It's a big what do you call it? That, you know, you've got to dedicate a lot of your time. And if it was for something like the big show in Melbourne, yeah, sure, you know, you make a holiday of it, but not for a local one. And yeah, we only had like 2 weeks in between these 2 shows, and I couldn't do it. Not our lug show and then 3 days of another lug show. Some of my friends have done it, but they're a lot younger and have a lot more energy.
Yeah.
And they live in Brisbane, whereas it's like an hour's drive for us just to get there, and we'd have to, you know, pay for accommodation, all that sort of stuff, and
Australia isn't an hour drive generally considered something that's close.
So yeah, we see MD and Ambi have both joined us, so welcome.
Yeah, I got out of the car. I was driving.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
An hour's drive is not close enough to do a show back and forth. Like, I wouldn't stay at home and drive an hour.
Okay.
But I would drive an hour to go to the shops in Brisbane, like, you know, if there's stuff there that I couldn't get here. Half an hour drive's not far. An hour drive can be, you know, 100 kilometers plus.
I get it. I had to travel for work this week, and my flight home from Orlando was shorter than my drive from the airport to my house. That was so frustrating.
Yeah.
They just picked you up at that point.
And the worst part was, if I had stuck to my original flight, I would have come in after rush hour. But I just felt like coming home a little faster. I saved 10 minutes.
Yeah, when we did Bricks LA, we stayed in Pasadena the whole weekend, and it was just easier.
Yeah.
Because if you get at a certain time of day trying to go down to LA, it's like you're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah.
California is crazy.
Oh,
The traffic's just amazing.
DC's right there with it.
I drive into, and maybe I'm not right in the middle of DC traffic in the same way, but drive into Philly, the DC doesn't get me as much as when I'm out in LA with our daughter. It's just.
Oh yeah, LA's the pits.
It's just
that. Like at DC, at least it eventually gets moving, and it's kind of a shorter overall area. LA just keeps going and going, and you just stay parked.
It's just all the time. They say Atlanta's bad.
Oh, Atlanta is terrible.
I don't, we used to have a house in Chattanooga, and then we had one in Augusta, and so I used to go every weekend, 4 hours, and I'd cut through Atlanta, of course, to get there. I didn't find it wasn't, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't Augusta. Augusta's small, but it wasn't that bad. As long as there's not a wreck, it keeps moving.
I have a theory that every Jersey wall for every major road should have like the ability to turn into a bulldozer. And when there's an accident, it just comes out and smashes everything all the way to the other side. And everybody can keep going, and they come clean it up like hours later when everybody's asleep. Like, I'm real sorry that your car got wrecked just a little bit, but now it's totaled. But we all get to go home on time. Like a whole greater good philosophy.
I concur.
Because we've all been there where you sit in like an hour backup, right? And the radio's telling you there's an accident. But you never see it.
Exactly.
All the times I've sat on the Beltway for an accident, I've never driven up at the end where it opens up and seen a car.
Yeah. Brainy says he's been looking for the stream for an hour. Maybe I should post a picture that the stream's on here, or at least for my followers.
So, MD, when you was in Indy a couple weeks ago, did you venture out from the hotel any, or did you stay around the hotel?
Now, see, this is where the DMV boys give me grief. Yes, I went to Morton's for dinner the first night. And then the second night, I don't know what the place was called. It was, we walked over towards Lucas Oil. And we went in this building that I thought it seemed like it must have been from like the early 1900s, but then talking to the bartender, it wasn't. It was like 20 years old at most. I don't remember what that place was called, but it was also really, really, really good food. The only time I'm traveling that I usually venture out much is when I go down to Florida. Because Orlando, I've gotten to kind of know the area a little bit, so I know. And even then, I'm lazy. I drive to Disney Springs. Everything's there. You've got the shopping. You've got the restaurants. You've got, and it's easy to get in and out of. But I've gone a little bit venturing north of Orlando, just stumbling around looking for. Last time I was down before this time was when all the Walmarts were doing clearance. So I was just going from Walmart to Walmart because I was by myself. And I always I test pack when I travel now, which is kind of pathetic, but I don't care. So I'll pack and I'll put like 4 Lego Pick-a-Brick cups in the bag and then pack all my stuff. And then I take it out and then I repack without it so that I know. And then I'll put like 2 1-gallon freezer bags in there.
It's a good idea.
And that enables you to come home with 2
Yay.
cups of tile.
That is a system.
Just heard about it.
So that was nice. I did that. I was literally shopping for that during our stream on Wednesday, and it was funny. You guys were like, "Did you get more?" I'm like, "Yeah." So this trip, I only came down for 12 hours, so I didn't even have a bag. So I had to fill in my briefcase.
You know what you should have done? You should have just dumped them in your bag. Then when you got home,
I was close to going back on the way to the airport to try to get some more, but I knew I was going to spend that money today on Citizen Brick Day.
I forgot about that.
You really didn't miss much. Mary knows what I got, and that was really the only thing I saw that I wanted. I was expecting more. I was hoping for like newer tiles, more torsos, but I settled on just the members only jackets. They had the kiss faces, and I would have got those if they had the like torsos to go with them. I think that would be cool, but without really wanting to take the time to create a whole kiss kit setup, I just passed on it and went with the torsos.
Great torso.
Yeah, man, there's no disasters. We're gonna try to go to Indy in a couple weeks. I need to hit the Lego store.
Indy, man.
I got booted out of my last trip.
Hoosier knows this because I sent him a message when I was there. It was kind of funny because we were supposed to get together. It didn't come together. So he was like, I went and I walked around and I finally texted him and Bones and TF, and I was like, guys, what am I missing here? What is there to do in this town? And Hoosier was the first to text me back. He goes, I don't even go to Indy.
Unless it's for the Lego store and Dave and Buster's across the parking lot, I don't go.
And I almost went anyway, but didn't feel like getting the cab because I didn't have a car with me on that trip.
How far is it away for you to go, Hoosier, to get there?
No traffic, about an hour and a half.
Yeah. My two closest Lego, I've got 4 Lego stores. I got 2 in Charlotte and 2 in Atlanta, but they all take me about 2.5 hours to get to. So it's nice if I go to if they got something on offer and one won't let me make 2 purchases. I can pretty easily go to both of the stores as long as I traveled that far. So I can go to Charlotte and go to both, Atlanta and go to both. But it's annoying to drive that far.
Yeah, I used to before I really got to know the guys at my home store, and they would let me do the back-to-backers to get the multiples on the giveaways. I used to have to go to one and then drive all about an hour and 15 minutes to go to the next one. Finally, I got to know one of the guys, and he's like, "How many do you need, man?"
Yeah.
And he knows I've got the 2 kids, so generally every time he's like, he knows I only have my son with me most of the time. He'll be like, "Here," and he sticks the second one in. He's like, "Make sure you give that one to your daughter."
Yeah, sometimes they ask me how many kids that I have, and I do say 2, but my kids are 30 and 28. But I have 2.
If you're answering the question, if you answer the question as they ask it, it's not your fault that they didn't ask for a detailed answer.
Well, and my son got married, so maybe I have a daughter-in-law. I might have 3 kids now.
That's 3 kids.
That's 3 kids.
If you've got the love in your heart, that's 3 kids.
I do. I love her for the Lego. No. They buy me Lego. They're great kids. They're great if they didn't buy me Lego, but they're especially great because they buy me Lego.
Absolutely.
I'll be right back. I gotta get another drink.
It was funny. I was at a kids' party today, and we're good friends with the mom. And she had some of her friends over there, and her son brought out like a loose Lego box. She's like, "I never know what used to be in there for sets." She's like, "You think you can figure stuff like that out?" And my wife shook her head yes, and she went over and she pulled like a fig out. She goes, "What's this go to?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Micro Red Skull. He goes to the Red Skull Micro Fighters with Captain America." And my wife looks up and he goes, "It's gonna get so much worse." And my wife goes, "How many Red Skulls did they make?" And I was like, "It was funny."
I was telling him before I went out a couple weeks ago in Columbus. I was with a friend from graduate school, and one of her friends works for the Lego company, and we started talking, and my friend's husband ended up saying, "Okay, you can't talk about Lego anymore." We wouldn't stop.
Yeah, it stinks when they get you started and you keep going. All of a sudden, you look up and go, "I don't think anybody really wanted that much detail in the answer."
You're going to get it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But she asked me some question, and actually she asked me if I knew it was the anniversary, and I was like, "Yeah, it's 85 years. I got that question wrong."
Not bitter.
I know it now.
You won't forget.
No, I won't. Although next year it'll be 86, so I just have to keep up.
We went to a game night at our Girls Girl clubhouse, and my friend brought her 10-year-old, and she's starting to get into Lego. And Troy and I walk in, and Heather says, "Look, Bastion, this is the guy with the city we watched on YouTube." And his eyes like lit up like, "Oh, really?" So cute. We're gonna have to have all of them over so they can come look at the city and go gaga over it.
I was at this conference this weekend. One of the things was on social media and stuff, and they're asking who does social media. I was like, "Well, I'm in charge of it at work." And then they're like, "Well, who does this?" And I'm like, "Hey." They're like, "What do you do on YouTube?" I was like, "Do live shows." Like, "Oh, what about?" And I was like, "That's not important for right now." It was me in a room with a bunch of like older business owners and stuff. And my father was there with me because it's a family business that I'm in. He goes, "It's Lego." And then as soon as the session's over, this guy comes over and he goes, "Do you do those shows on YouTube?" you look familiar. I'm like, yeah. He's like, we just finished the Saturn V. It's like, man, it took me months to get it. He's like, do you have that? And I was like, yeah, I'm not really into that one. But it was funny, and we just kept going and going. He's like, this was so cool to meet you. I'm pretty sure we watch you. I'm like, okay. In my heart, I'm like, my dad goes, do you think he watches your stuff? And I was like, nah, I don't make videos. I just go on streams at like 10 o'clock at night, so I don't think you see me. But it was just fun.
It is funny.
You never know where you're gonna bump into something.
No, actually, at Philly, it was weird. You know, I'm a college professor, and my area is deviance and crime. And when we were at Philly last year, somebody won. You know how they were calling names when you won instead of numbers, and they called this guy's name, and I won't give his name away, but I was like, there's no way. And it's a guy that wrote a textbook that some of us use in our department.
Oh, wow.
And I walked up to him and I said, are you his name that does social problem stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he's like hesitating. And I said, I'm a sociologist. And he said, well, if you're going to admit it, I guess I can admit it. And it was just really funny that we were both at that, and so we talked to each other like the whole time, off and on at the event. He even came over and said, I hear there's a naked beach here. I said, oh yeah, that's No More Bricks. So it was just kind of weird because it's like your different lives crashing together. Because I usually see him at a sociology conference.
Well, this is funny because that tells me you've had two of the coolest Philly experiences then. Because with the one you did this year, that to me was when they were telling me about what the house and everything. I was like, that was insane. My wife was an architect, and I was telling her about that, and she was like, that would be so cool to do that.
Oh, she was my friend that I was just in Columbus seeing. She's a sociologist, but her husband's an architect, and she's an architect as well. And they couldn't believe. I mean, his favorite architect is the Louis Kahn that did the Escher house that I got to go see, and he was so jealous.
Oh, my wife was like, that's got to be the coolest thing ever.
It was really cool.
She avoids the basement to a certain degree because she knows that if she starts, that we'll have a basement full of giant Hoosier stuff and just she's like, I can't do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
I tried.
She would love it.
I know. She's built some stuff. Unfortunately, the 2-year-old, when he was about a year and a half, destroyed her half of the city. That really set her back. But she the best part is she likes to sort. So
that's cool.
She likes to sort, and she likes the flea market hunt looking for cheap bulk. So I got a good one there.
Yeah. My wife is really supportive, and I've got her to build 2 sets, but she's not.
Yeah.
That's. At least she's supportive. I'm allowed to have this room, and she's downstairs watching something on probably the British television channel. But
Yeah, mine's upstairs. I think watching Outlander.
Yeah.
Oh, Outlander's cool.
Troy's playing video games right now. He found it.
Hoosier's probably at a completely different house than his family.
my hubby's making us lunch. He is such a good man.
That's nice.
What's
Brainy Bricks in the chat said, I had 2 fans pick Cutie Bricks and I out at Toys R Us during the last Ninjago free build.
That's cool.
That's not so odd. I get people who like meet up and say, oh yeah, I know you from not so much YouTube, but from my lug, because our lug is like statewide. It's so big. Not every, and we have it on Facebook, so like people see my face on Facebook and they come on and they go, oh hi Cherie, and I'm like going in my head, who are you? So just talk Lego and smile, and you can bond with anyone over Lego, but it helps if you know who it is when they think they know you so well.
But it really does. Yeah. Like, I hadn't been streaming for too long, but like when I went to Philly this year, for the most part, I felt like I knew half the people.
Yeah. But
I mean,
he's,
there were people I didn't spend as much time like in talk. I hadn't been on a stream with before, and I felt bad when I left that we didn't spend more time getting together. But still,
But you
my
bought
favorite
stuff
person
from
I met
me.
when we were there because she had the best stuff at the garage sale.
It is. I've been on a show. Any of you ever watched Southern Fried Homicide?
Nope.
It's a show on
Heard of it?
the ID channel, the Investigative Discovery channel.
Is that the one I saw you on?
Yeah, probably. And I've been on I've been a show on the Travel Channel called Dead Files.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the one I remember. That was the one that was almost right after Philly, right?
Probably. I don't. So sometimes I have somebody this is a weird story. I was getting a mammogram and so we're back there wearing these little paper outfits and this woman's going, "You look familiar." So I'm trying to think, were you ever in my class? I've been teaching for 20 years in this town. Watch me on one of these goofy television shows. Do you watch me on the Lego channel? It's hard to, I'm not exactly incognito, I guess, but I actually figured out she'd watch me on Southern Fried Homicide. So that's my first time with having a fan from that show. But the weird thing is we weren't hardly wearing clothes. So
It's a little weird.
it was weird.
It's a weird time to bring it up.
It was weird.
Yeah, I have a specific rule. You don't know me if you think you know me the first time you see me at a doctor's office. And I have clothes on. We've not met.
No.
No, you have me confused for someone else. Can someone go get the other nurse, please?
OBFD says, when I met Brick MD, I had no idea who he was until I looked him up on Instagram.
Who was it?
Oh, he was
OBFD.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, because I was at Philly. I'd only really been out and about like on the streams and stuff for like maybe 6 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's a couple months at most.
Yeah, it wasn't much. And so it was like, when we decided to go, it was like, and it was really you, Hoosh, that was like, just get up here. Get up here early. Get here as soon as you can. And then it was funny because we had to, we got there when it was still just the displayers were allowed in, and Hoosier came out and grabs us and goes, "Come in, just walk like you're supposed to." And then we literally had to explain to my daughter when 9 o'clock came around. She's like, "Where are we going?" I'm like, "Oh, we got to go outside and pretend like we haven't been in here for 2 hours." And so we go out, we get our VIP bag. She wants to go through it. I'm like, "Sweetie, stick it in the book bag." "Why are we going to do that?" "Just stick it in the book bag." We go walking back in. We get by security. I'm like, "Sweetie, did you have a good time at breakfast? Let's go back to our table. The people are going to come in soon." And the security guard's like, "Go right in." So that was fun. And then, yeah, not for streams, but I've learned a few things about the show since then. It's good to go early.
Yeah, definitely.
Always go early.
When we did Brick Fair this year in VA, it was funny. Iceberg, he calls me. He says, I need some parts, man. Some stuff's missing or something. I need some help. Help me come finish putting this together. I'm like, "Mel, it's not a public day. I don't know how that's going to work." And he's like, "Just bring it to me. I'll meet you outside." Drive down. And the next thing you know, I'm right inside for the next 5 hours. Just hanging out, walking around, helping him put his stuff together, hanging out with Clutch. It was funny.
I heard about that one.
And then when Brick or Treats and I went back the next day, we just might have had Clutch bring us out some name tags.
There you go.
So does anybody want to see my mop?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We come for the Legos, not the creepy talk.
It's just bonus.
That's right.
Speaking about sneaking people into Lego shows, I got the Spong into ours.
Why would you do that to everyone?
I was getting ready to ask the same question.
No, he was entertaining.
No, that's the kind of thing you go, "So I was at one day, and RRB snuck in Spong."
RRB lives in a completely different state.
That's okay. Nobody knows about Australia here.
No,
Surrounded by water.
I legitimately snuck in. It wasn't quite so underhanded as you in, but I told the organisers, oh look, I've got some people that are coming to help me set up, and like I really need their help, and I did actually need help, but I just gave a bunch of names, so I got Billsy in for free, I got Spong in for free, came in for free, but they did help, so it's allowed.
Technically, I didn't get MD in for free. He still paid his.
Yeah, I still paid him.
Yeah, Spong came back the next day and paid to come in. So it made him actually come during showtime. So he's coming out of his shell.
Wait,
he was around
people with all his comments.
As Spocko Songo did. Socko came out with his socks on his hands. You see my Instagram?
I was promised a mock. I'm sorry if I caused this to.
Yeah, where was the mock? We got sidetracked on talking. Sorry.
Sorry.
Was it D who's showing us?
I thought you changed your mind.
No. We just got sidetracked.
We just got a lot of people on the panel, so we're talking. Show your mock.
Shiny objects came out, and we just got distracted.
You see somebody probably seen my my gate mock that I made out of those prison escape thing.
Oh yeah. Love that thing.
I changed it and turned it into a little market area.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Oh, I like that. I love that.
How can I put her on the big screen, or everybody else be quiet and make her talk so we can have it show on the big screen?
Her face. Click on her face.
Well, her face isn't there, but you mean her screen.
You just click on her little square, and it'll put a white square around her, and we'll see her.
Okay, you're on the big screen, D.
No, I'm not. You are.
There you are.
You are. You are on my screen.
There's a lag. You are now. Hold up a little higher, doll.
So it's like a market square, of course, obviously, and there's different things in each box. Except I didn't do these two at the end yet, but and there's back here in the corner. There's a little place to sit.
Dude, that's awesome.
I like that tile work.
Yeah, that is.
I need that. I need that in my city. That would be perfect next to my Ninja Zoo.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with tiles. I don't like
I like that
sun sticking up.
That's
You gotta tile everything just from a cleaning standpoint.
So there it is.
I'm like you, D. I like to have everything tiled off.
That's beautiful.
It just looks finished. It's easy.
Good night,
to
Brick.
clean.
Will it?
Yeah, I took that set and turned two of them into a big cat house.
Yeah.
I took all the Ninjago stuff and turned it into a Ninja Zoo. And did like an Asian themed petting zoo with, all kinds of animals in it, using just Ninjago sets. Kind of a play on words.
Cool. What are you going to bring
needs to be in my town?
Are you bringing your parts of your town to Philly, MD?
So, displaying at Philly, I don't know yet. With my work travel schedule, it's going to be very close to last minute. I'll probably book that I'm going to display. And if I have to, if I can't, what I'll do is have somebody like Hoosier do what they did for somebody last year. Check me in, set myself aside, and I'll pick it up. I'll be there for sure on Saturday. And if I'm leaning towards bringing Ninjago Zoo. And then a stretch of my city so that I can bring like my sidewalk work that I did with all the cobblestone and all of that stuff.
Cool.
But nothing grand. The rule at my house with the Lego with my wife is everything has to be playable for the kids. So a lot of my stuff is open backed, and so I'd go for more of like the small detail stuff is what I shoot for, because the kids, they can't mess that up once the tile's on it.
Yeah.
So I've got cobblestone going around all three of my 8 foot by 4 foot tables, followed by 1 by tile, followed by 2x2 tile, and then whenever building, I've gone so far as I've put yellow tile at all the crosswalks to be like the handicap accessible things that you have in real life, stuff like that. So been playing with a little bit of terrain work and some rock work, stuff like that. Just trying to tie things in together. I didn't really build for about 3 months this summer. Hoosier knows why. And just really starting to get back into the groove lately and stuff. My biggest thing that used to have me build was my old job was so stressful. It was a stress relief, but my new job's not. So a lot of the time that I would spend doing that now, the kids are home. We're out and about. Days like today, we've been out since 7 o'clock this morning. We had a flea market, some yard sales, went to a kids party, then I went to a going away party. So, but I'm getting back into the building. The juices are going, and I've got some ideas that I want to work on.
It seems like in winter, so which is coming up in the U.S., is better building time for a lot of us.
Oh, I build the heck out of some stuff because I can see my TV on Sundays, no matter where I am on the Lego half of it. So we would be down here, kids will be playing, I'll be building, and football's on.
Yeah. Just
lazy Sundays around the house. And then what I'm most excited about is I found out the 32 by 32 blue plates are coming back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Coming back. They never left.
No, they left the U.S.
They've been, you can get them from Lego.
Always put them on bricks and pieces.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I hate paying for shipping. I'm lazy. I want to go to Target, just pull it off the shelf.
Oh, okay. You mean on the shelf in retail stores? Okay.
Yeah, that $7.49 hides on the receipt in between the milk and the eggs, and it's just easier.
I can relate to that.
I think it'd be nice to have those back. I need about 8 more to finish my water table. And so just, it's good to have that come back in because I think that was a color. I don't understand why they ever took it off.
Yeah, I'm going to need 10 or 12 of those myself in a hurry. So I hope they come back fast.
Yeah, that was one of those things where it was just like, why? Lego does a lot of things where I think that they just don't think about city builders, even though they put all these city sets out. It's like they never go on YouTube and look at what people are building.
I think they bumped out water for a while for tan.
Which the tan bombed.
The tan.
Yeah.
The tan was it was a bomb. Nobody wants it. If you go to the Lego stores in the
US,
US,
to be in the desert.
They're still doing it where they give you one for almost half price as long as you buy a pick-a-brick cup.
See, I like
every time I go,
I had a bunch of tan when I was building my prison.
I don't want that tan stuff.
Yeah. I use
if you're going to tile it, why does it matter?
Exactly.
It took me a while to get, and it did take me a while to get to that point. And I did go back and take a bunch of my stuff that was on green and took it off, put it on the tan, rebuilt it, tiled over it.
Yeah, especially if you're not going to see it along the front edge of a display. Sure. Like, to the middle part, you can have any color.
But while you're slowly trying to, because I am so cheap when it comes to tile, I hate ordering it off Bricklink. I hate ordering it off Pick. I just want it on the Pick-a-Bit cups because it's the most cost-effective way to get it.
And you're simple.
And I'm so simple. That is absolutely true. So to me, it was like I wanted green, and colors that I could start with and then tile as I get to them.
Yeah, so it looks good while you're building.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, you hate paying for the shipping.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind paying for the shipping. I hate waiting for them to ship it.
There's that too. But when I do, the times I do go on Bricklink, I order from the known names that don't fool around with shipping. I'm going to get something that's going to be from a Big B, a Brick Willet, a Brick Stackers, Clutch, D. And I don't do a ton of Bricklink orders. But I know when I do need to do one, I know where to go to get my stuff fast.
BOT said he's cheap all around.
They just say that because I get the same $7 sandwich every time we go out to eat.
Hey, stick with what's good, right?
I always leave with something from the store.
Yeah.
But I am cheap. I am cheap.
I come in from dinner last night. Kids had some stuff for my birthday.
Yeah?
Yeah, happy birthday!
Buddy.
They picked me up a couple Ninjago poly
Oh,
bags.
cool. I haven't seen that one yet. Where'd they get that at Meyer, or where'd they get that? You know?
I think my wife said they picked it up at Walmart.
You hold that up again? Yeah.
I don't know. There's fig? Okay, yeah, there is a fig. Okay. Good.
That's a nice one.
It's 30426.
It's like a hydrofoil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the small
back.
poly they had a few years ago.
And then they grabbed me a
Oh, that's a good one.
Lloyd or whatever.
Lloyd.
Is that the GameStop Lloyd?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
guessing. What's the difference between them?
The kendo suit. Does he have the face mask?
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's got the face mask. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's the good
GameStop
GameStop one. Yep.
And then you're gonna be proud of this one, MD.
Oh, what do we got?
Ooh, yeah.
I like that. A lot of people don't like that set. I like that set.
I just built that set. I like it.
I like it. It's got a couple of small things that you can do a lot with.
I
My
almost bought
favorite
it.
one is this guy. This guy's cool. The fishmonger.
Yep. And it's got a
2 or 3 times.
Like
was
that.
it five or six figs in that one, if I remember right?
Yeah, for figs,
Great
it's
fig
awesome.
count. Great
the price.
$29 set. Good value set.
I almost bought it 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
And ended up putting back. And the wife's always asked, how come you keep putting it back? Because if I buy it, all I'm buying it for is a little police cart.
Yeah.
And then I guess she took
I
the
left
kids.
off the police stuff of
She
mine.
took the kids out and said, here, get this for him. So,
Well done.
I did not put the police sticker on mine. I'm going to get like 2 or 3 more because they call those, that's how you get around where my brother lives. They call them tuk-tuks. They're like taxi cabs.
That's
So
a
I
really
wanna get,
good restaurant in Atlanta, Tuk Tuk.
Is there?
Yeah.
I'll write that down. I travel now. But so I want to get like 2 or 3 more for that to be the whole transportation basically for getting around that side of my city. But I love that set.
I thought about stretching it and seeing how many sig figs I can put inside the police car or police cart.
So who's just gonna have one? Who's just gonna have one that's about 8 feet long? That's his display for Philly, a giant tuk-tuk.
Yeah, but then that wouldn't look right because they're supposed to be small, right?
You can get some have 2 rows in the back for passengers. Some have 1.
Uh-oh. DOT's calling dibs. He must want the poly bags.
Oh, he wants the poly bags.
Did you get anything else for your birthday?
Not yet.
Yeah, he did. He got a Lego room. He just got it early and he had to put it together himself, just like Lego.
When I go to the Lego store in a couple weeks, I'm going to pick up Fishing Shack, probably some road plates, hopefully cases of tile if they got it on the wall. Yes, I said cases.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I feel terrible that I didn't get a case when I was there.
You should, Rob.
I barely used the LBG, but I mean, I could have spread the love around, traded
right.
it for DBG.
But being at the store you was at, man, they're so busy. Do you even think they would have sold you a case?
I'm working this one lady that works there. I try to make sure I find her every time I'm there because that's the key to everything. She doesn't do the streaming or comment, but she watches. She said Saturday night stream. She's watched your show, the trivia show. So she builds the heck out of stuff. She said she started her city for her grandkids. And then she just got addicted. She loves watching it, but she doesn't have the time to like participate. But she's very much watching everything. So I look for her. I think her name's Anne.
You should all say hi, Anne.
Yep. Hi, Anne.
Hi.
So I try to find her every time.
New shout outs. Look for all of us in Orlando. If
So
we
the
ever come down there.
only downside of that store is it is chaos.
Yeah.
There's gotta be. I was there. I guess it was a Wednesday night. That'd be 300 people at the store. Just everywhere.
What you need to do, MD, is talk to Dad and say, hey, the fellas and the gals want me to take another business trip to Orlando. That way you can just go and take an empty suitcase.
October 15th. I gotta book it tomorrow.
So do they have anything?
I gotta go about halfway to Bricksmith's house, but the closest airport is to still fly into Orlando. So
you gotta pack a carry-on inside your case, your regular case, and check a case.
I'm gonna go for 3 days, so I'll have a real suitcase this time.
Well, pack a carry-on inside the case, and then when you come back, carry a carry-on and then check your case.
Yep. Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Or take a big backpack.
It's just the size of that pick-a-brick wall it's insane. I'll take a video for sure next time and post it. There's got to be.
I think it's about a 6.5 hour drive for me to drive down there. So I've driven down there once.
That wall's huge.
So when you was in there the other day, MD, did you continue to look, or did you stop when you hit the tiles and said, that's me?
No, I continued to look. They had the bamboo. They had, D&D boys told me that I was wrong, that they had these up north, but I hadn't seen them. They had the 1x4 light bluish gray brick. They did not have the envelope tiles on there again, I didn't understand why you would put that on the pick-a-brick wall last time. Ice cream cones. They had the sand green 1x brick with the ones with the recessed stud, I guess you would call it, on the side.
Same one they've had on forever.
Oh, snot brick.
A snot brick in sand green, which I hadn't seen anywhere. I've seen the 1x's that are flat all the way around, but not the snot brick.
Oh, they got the snot brick here.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that, but they had these still on there in sand green, but I got a couple of them the last time I was down. I don't know what you call these ones.
Slope?
Yeah, but the super thin slope. I call it slope. I call it slope tile. But they had those in sand green still. Lot of different colored 1x1 round studs, but none of the trans blue that I needed to try to find for CKB. So I knew what I was looking for.
Buying cases of them.
So y'all haven't seen no more trans blue studs in your area, MD?
No, and they've been calling the stores just to make sure. They're no more CKB and Bot are really, really close with the one guy at our main store. And then CKB's close with the guy that's a little there's another Lego store that CKB's like dead in the middle of two. So he's got a connection at both of them. And so they call him and ask what's coming in each week, and they usually get a heads up on it.
Donnie in the chat asking, will they sell cases at the Disney Springs store?
I didn't. It's so hard there because it's so busy to actually, until you get to the register, to get an employee that's not just completely tied up. So it's hard to. But that's why I'm making friends with the ones that I do see down there and talk to make that happen at some point.
Yes,
I know it's hit and miss to get stores to do that.
I've never found a store that does it.
Yeah, we're lucky. Our home store will do it.
I'm going to try to go in the evening to mine. Hopefully that one manager ain't there because she's always there in the mornings.
That's the worst part, is that I didn't get to meet that nice citizen of the wonderful state of Indiana when I was out there.
Well, you better feel blessed, brother.
I had to experience it because I know how bad the one store is that's in our area.
I mean, she's all right until you want something.
Right.
I mean, I'm not even meaning wanting something for free.
Right. You tried to do I'll buy something to get the promotion, and then you tried to have your wife buy it right behind you.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. Which never makes any sense because they always have tons of that stuff left. And it's absolutely the discretion of the employee on how they give it out.
And they say one per household, and Hoosier has 2 households.
Right. But even the fact that even when they say it's buy 50 and get this, it is completely to the discretion on how they hand it out. They don't shoot them. They're not keeping track of them through the register, assigning them to a certain purchase. If they want to give you one because you spent $5, they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, our Lego store people, we always go to the one in Woodland Hills, and they kick us down extra poly bags and extra things all the time. So, because they're awesome.
Yeah, if you've got somebody that's not doing that, I'm telling you, they are taking the extras for themselves. Now, I know it was a little different with the Sheriff Troopers because the Lego stores did have to send those back when the date was over. They don't always have to do that. Like Cavemans, they didn't have to do that. They were giving Cavemans out for like the next 6 weeks.
I guess I haven't been to the indie store since February.
Yeah, you're not getting anything extra.
That last ordeal what she was talking about when she wouldn't let me get 2 of the promos.
Yeah.
I haven't been back since. Heck, I've been to the Nashville store twice, and it's a 3-hour drive.
Because that was way back when you were getting what? It was your 2 assembly squares, wasn't it?
No, I got
Oh, I can't remember what you were getting for that trip.
Oh, it was birthday shopping for the kids.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was like $300 for stuff, which ain't but 2 or 3 sets. But I split it up to get the Disco Batman poly bag or whatever it was.
That's what it was, because I remember that was back when I accidentally went the day before it started.
Yeah.
And said, well, I don't know if I can make it back anytime soon. So I went ahead and made my purchase. Ended up being able to go down the next day. And my guy was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm at $24, man. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. He goes, just get in line, man. You were here yesterday and spent more than enough. He's like, go get in line. You'll get what you want. I was like, so I don't have to get anything? He goes, man, you got to buy something.
Yeah, I haven't been back to my store since then.
That's a shame.
See if anything's changed in a couple weeks.
Yeah, maybe she's not even there anymore.
Oh, don't tell me that, dude. I'd be real mad. I just want to see if we got any of the newer parts on the wall.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have anybody that's up a little closer that could just roll through for you and take a peek.
Yeah. And plus, I want the fishing. Yeah,
but you would just order that online otherwise.
Yeah, I don't want to wait for the shipping. I'll drive 3 hours. Because it's free shipping. It's over $35, so I think that's what the free shipping is on the website, ain't it?
Yeah, it's 35 now. Used to be 75.
I would love to see the guy who designed that if they don't put his next thing up as one of these sets that's for sale. I'd love to see him figure out how to just buy the brick and sell the sets himself.
I didn't care for the boat one.
But if you put all 4 of them next to each other, it's stuff awesome.
The lighthouse was a lighthouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got the lighthouse restaurant, the boat repair thing, and then there's 4 total. But I just want them all. I want to put them on a shelf. display. I don't even want it in the city. It's so nice. It'll make everything I build look like crap.
Yeah,
It can't go in my own city.
Yeah, I can't wait to tear into the fishing shop when I get it. I'm gonna leave it original. I'm not changing nothing.
No, you can't upsize that. It wouldn't translate to being bigger, I don't think.
I'm gonna leave it.
Don't challenge him.
Going to challenge me? I'll fail because I'm leaving that one alone for now.
It even opens different, right? It opens to the side. I don't have one yet.
The back, ain't it? Is it the
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, one of them. It's got the big hinge pieces, I think.
So I got a question for you, MD.
Okay.
What's your next big set?
Waiting to see what the next year modular will be. Probably most likely.
Yeah. Has anybody heard any rumors about that? Are we getting one in January?
I hope so.
I mean, I have to assume so. If it's not, I am probably. I really don't. I haven't really thought about it because I've been I've been obsessed with hunting for cheap bulk lately. You know, I got lucky. I got that last one. I don't know. That I had been so far out of building. I mean, I just built something today that I got from Brick or Treats like 4 months ago.
What did you build?
The encounter on Jakku.
Oh, yeah.
Just to
That's a good.
build it, stuck it up on the shelf with the other Star Wars stuff. And my daughter this was great. So I'm gonna deviate from it and come back to that. But I've been trying since she turned 6 to get her to start watching Star Wars with Dad. And she won't do it. But when I built that today, she's like, "Who's the girl?" I was like,
That's right.
"Gotcha."
Girl power.
I said, "That's Rey. She's the superhero, good girl in the Star Wars now."
Now she's hooked.
She said, "There's girls." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But you have to watch like 6 other movies before we get to her."
Evil.
And then she went upstairs.
She's like, crap.
And then you would say you've been behind?
You don't have to watch all 6 to get to her.
I know. I would probably say that it would be to possibly convince you, Hoosier, to sell me one of your pet shops. I kick myself for missing out. That's an inside joke, guys. Hoosiers bought 2 of them before I could get to them.
Yeah.
I could sell you half of one. It might not have the townhouse.
See, now, see, the townhouse is the part I don't care about as much. I don't keep a lot of We'll come back to that. As much as I hate the Ninjago modular, because I don't like the style, the sheer size of it has me intrigued to build it, and everybody who's built it said they had a lot of fun. Other than that, maybe one of the 6 Millennium Falcons I bought.
Excuse me, how many?
I was kidding. I'm never gonna buy that.
Like, oh, you're talking about that black VIP card? Millennium Falcons for everyone!
Yeah, we had some fun with that. CKB finally got his black card. There's a joke in there somewhere. That thing's really neat. I don't want it. Every time I see it at the store, I'm like, it's huge. I have nowhere to put it.
It's really imposing.
I don't want to build it either.
So is there any special...
I would want to buy that one built if I got it, because I just know all those pieces. How many of them are going to be like and it's stickers.
Oh, yeah.
It's stickers.
$800.
I'm sorry. It's $800 and it's stickers. I can buy junior sets, and I get San Diego Comic-Con minifigs in them and printed tile. But in an $800 set, I don't get a single exclusive minifigure, and I get stickers. Come on.
Insulting.
It truly is.
It
really is.
Would you say, Mary?
I just want to see the black card. Is it like a credit
So when we were talking to him, because CKB bought it, and when we did our breakfast last week when we were at a store, I asked him because I thought the cards were in the box, and they're not.
Oh, they
I
send it.
guess either I think there's something in it that you have to send out for it. But I thought the Lego store guy said it'll come to you. It's engraved.
Oh, wow.
And it's more than a card. It gets you. I think there's some special things throughout the year that it's supposedly going to give you access to. Like it's the card. I'm not gonna say the card alone's worth spending $800.
Is the card the way?
But I think it's something that you're going to want to have because regular VIP is everybody is now. There's nothing special for being a VIP.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, if you're not a VIP, you're probably just a mom and pop that's in the store and doesn't know what you're doing. And I take the time when I'm buying something and there's somebody in there and they say, "Are you a VIP?" And they say no, and the guy says, "You might want to do it." I always look at the person and go, "You need to do it." Just because, it's the right thing to do. Do it. They don't harass you with email. But everybody is a standard VIP at this point.
That's true.
So now you need the black card because there's going to be extra stuff for that. Don't entirely know what it is. The Lego manager didn't really know what it was all going to be yet. But
if you think about it, it's a way to keep people from buying them to invest and to sell later, because if they're only going to let you use that black card maybe for a year or so, that means you got to get it and open it up and send something in. You can imagine what they're thinking.
You have to re-register. And it was funny because CKB said he was scared to death. He's like, well, what happens if something gets messed up? I got all these VIP points attached to this other one. But it'd be interesting to see how that works out because, and you hit on something, they're absolutely, man, their pricing and their flooding of the market on certain things is making investing and reselling on some things basically not worth it anymore. Like to resell minifigs, unless you can get your hands on them before the street date.
Here's the
they
thing.
flood the market.
With that black card,
Yeah.
do you all think that it's only going to benefit Star Wars sets?
I don't. He didn't seem to think that was the case. That it would only benefit Star Wars. That would be a mistake because remember, the Star Wars license is in the last year.
Yeah, but this card's only good for a year.
It is?
Isn't that what they said?
No. I think it's a permanent replacement for your white card.
Okay.
I mean, once they transition me off of one card to another, I wouldn't want to run that risk a second time. At some point, somebody's going to get their VIP all checked up.
Are the special? It seems like we've heard rumors that the specials are only for this next year.
Maybe. I mean, what rumors are rumors. We don't know. You know what I mean?
But that's like what I was saying. Is it just going to benefit the Star Wars sets because you paid $800?
Sure, but you can't predict anything for what Lego's going to do starting after January 1st.
Oh.
Because remember, you have a completely different CEO taking over in January. So there's no way to predict what this guy wants to do with the company yet.
Well, his history in more in online and video. That's why they've hired him. So
yes, that is true. They want to, and that is such a business mistake. But they'll learn. When you're good at one thing, you got to stick to it. Don't deviate and break your brand up. That's not going to be.
They did that before, and that's what caused them the problems back in the 90s.
Correct. They're in an interesting period right now. So it'll be interesting to see if they can continue on the growth route, which they've already slipped back from.
What were you saying, Agent Burkett?
I was saying, speaking of predictions, I wanted to bring us back a little bit to what we think the next collector's modular is going to be.
Yes, please.
I don't know what it's going to be. I haven't come up with an idea yet, but I had that.
Okay.
I posed that now. Answer. Do it.
A hospital.
I'd like to see a hospital, some type of police station, or an inverse corner.
I'd like to
what?
see a gym or an arcade.
All the
Gym or an
corner
arcade?
buildings currently go like this, right? They sit on that kind of corner. I'd like to see one that goes like that,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
so that you can take and connect. If you have a building right here and a building right here, I want to see the one that connects, like Bricks for Chris made an inverse corner building. It's phenomenal. Hoosier, you had talked about making one too. I tried it once. It was not easy. Mine was awful. I couldn't get a door right in it, so I gave up. And I was making it all glass. But I think I would love to see an inverse corner.
Yeah, I want to try
Well,
it
a lot
with
of
my.
people said it could be that
You blipped. You
it
said
could be library.
A library would be good.
library.
That would be cool.
I would like a museum like that Natural History Museum that was on Lego Ideas that didn't get
that
picked.
thing was killer.
It was
Yeah, that
cool.
would be good.
Something
It put
like
my
that.
list, my medium to shame,
Maybe a bit
that's
more.
for sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I really wanted that one. I voted for that one. But,
It's a shame. It'll probably be something stale and goofy.
Yeah, probably will be. But it'd be nice, something with some spectacular architecture on the outside of it.
Yeah.
Because we got the fire brigade, which was an old time fire station.
Yep.
Why couldn't we get like an old time police station?
It's funny, for a company that loves to make police stations, it amazes me that they never made a modular police station.
I know.
And the thing that scares me is if they made it now, I would be afraid they wouldn't make it old timey and they would come out with some modern thing that you would just be like, yay, I wanted it old timey.
More.
I don't know. Thinking about what they've already released, it would be logical for it to be a police station. Already. And a town hall.
Hospital, library, something like that. Church. I don't
They
know.
usually don't do religious things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go religious.
The church.
And that would, so you could get away with making a library, and then you could turn a library into it. An old school library would be easy to convert to a church.
A school would be something as well.
Mm-hmm. But they kind of did. They cover that with Friends? I don't know. Depends on how they want to look at it.
Yeah, but most of the friends sets are play sets.
Yeah, they're not.
So
But they're so easy to convert.
They are.
they're so easy to convert. It would be really cool to have like an old schoolhouse, like the countryside schoolhouses that are just one room and they have a little tower on the top. They kind of look like a little chapel, but instead of like a steeple, they have the bell.
Little House on the Prairie. Kind of like that.
Which was only on the prairie. My daughter just made me read those books. Really, only one book was on the prairie.
I hope it's one building. And instead of the two split ones, like you had the pet shop and the townhouse, you had the actual detective's office and the barber shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stop splitting them up and get a whole 32. 32, yeah. I agree. It's time for a 32 again.
Yeah.
We've had two split ones in a row.
Well, Assembly Square was worse than that because it was a full and a half.
Yeah, three split ones in a row then, yeah.
Oh, one was the bank.
The bank had the laundromat on the back end.
Ah, that's right.
But the way they did it, because it was a corner, it still
was a
I
full
don't view
deal.
it as two splits.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a 16 by 6, a 16 and a full 16.
But I'd like to see the whole 32 by 32.
Yep.
One building, like the town hall and the Parisian and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Me too.
Heck, even a Friends style modular.
I'm down. I want it. I'll see it. I'll build it. I'll build anything.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily Friends style, but a Friends colored modular.
No, sure, yeah.
Many big collector says an office building.
What do they call? What is it? What's the term? Is it gingerbread style architecture?
Like Victorian?
Yeah, like the stuff you would find down in like Savannah.
That's my jam.
That would be fun to put in. That was my problem with the townhouse. Like, I would have rather seen something in that style than the townhouse. I mean, the townhouse begged you to do what some people did, which was make like a bunch of different colored ones looking like a set of row houses in San Francisco.
Yeah, yeah.
They were cool, but that's.
I've seen
I
some
don't
really
have the room
cool
dedicated
mocks.
to put more than one townhouse in my city.
Yeah, I've seen some really cool mocks of houses that actually exist in Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco, and the level of detail
Cool.
on those buildings are just so amazing. I'm like, do they even use all Lego to build that? Because it's so intricate, it doesn't even look like it's all Lego, but it is. It's awesome. I wish I could build like.
Donnie's asking, what's the easiest way to know who's hosting this stream each week? Is there an easy way? I mean, I
subscribe to everybody.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Instagram.
We try.
And hit the bell. Always hit the bell.
And we try on the DMV Bros to always put out there on Wednesday night who is on Saturday, as long as we know.
And we try to say on any of the other regular streams we know of. I know.
Yeah, usually whoever's in line next to host, they're either always on the panel or they're in the chat, and they'll put out that they're going to host, and then
who's next week, Hoosier?
Who is next week would be Brittany Starshine.
Brittany Starshine is next
Stream Instagram.
Pardon?
Isn't there a Saturday stream Instagram?
I have it, but I forget to use it. I do good to keep up with the YouTube account and my Instagram account, let alone another one.
but in all seriousness, once you watch one that somebody's hosting, just subscribe to them because they're going to do another one.
Yep.
And then eventually YouTube says, here, you're going to watch this next Saturday.
And you're going to like it.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I'm sure Brittany have put out more from the upcoming week, but I think Brittany's more towards breast cancer awareness.
It's October
now. Yeah, it's October.
It's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Yep, it is.
Well, that seemed like two that
Wear your purple.
They seem like two that should get their whole own month. Shouldn't have to share.
Keeps us busy.
I do know October 28th is Big V hosting.
Yeah, he's already got it set up and everything.
And that should be the Halloween special. So that ought to be a good one.
Ooh, I didn't want to be my first one of those.
We're going to a Halloween party on that day. I have to get our costumes together.
I'll be in Germany.
Wow, that's cool.
Germany in October.
That's a great time to be there, isn't it? I'll be drinking some beer and looking for Lego.
No, you gotta look for the Adidas Oktoberfest shoes.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about
Adidas has Oktoberfest shoes?
As my wife calls them, Adidas.
And they're made out of a material that Adidas themselves, when they put it out, said they are beer and puke proof.
Okay. I'll look for them.
I need to get a pair. Last I saw, I think to get a set and bring it here was like $199. But I'm German. I want them so bad. And I'm not a shoe guy.
So if I see them, I'm going to have to have an international plan and text you and say, do you want these for this much money, right?
I'll be PayPaling you like that. think they sold out already because they put them out, I think, at the beginning of last month.
Okay.
I wish I'd had those in my beer hop, my bar hopping days.
I like what Donnie just said in the chat. He said, I thought it was send your blue 32 by 32 base plates to Hoosier Month.
There was a guy on my plane that flew from Orlando to DC in lederhosen.
Oh my God.
I saw him going through security. I'm like, that dude's not wearing that. Come on.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I'll be right back, guys.
There he was sitting down, and I was like, Bob, that's for you, guy, right there. Stones the size of the plane to walk around in that stuff. I mean, it was the true, tight, short lederhosen. And I was like, oh, my God.
I would have had to restrain myself to start or not yodel at him. I'm just saying.
To host a Saturday stream, but I don't know if I would be a good enough host.
There's only one way to find
out.
It
doesn't take much to host, honey. You were on mine.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with who else is on it. Get Andy on it. He'll talk. You just gotta get some people on there who'll talk.
I had to rescue one
yeah.
night. It was just me and the host, and I basically had to take over.
Like tonight, I had questions in case we did get slow or whatever. But most of the time, there's plenty of people that happy to talk about anything.
Worst case, you just grab somebody in the room and go, "You're going to do a room tour."
Well, one of the things we used to do, and we did like the 20 brick challenge, where you build something out of 20 bricks and see who's the best and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but Agent Briquette will just pull something out of a drawer.
I know.
Put her hands where you can't see them, then pull out a Mickey Mouse and be like, "Look what I made." And Hoosier will just go get like a Hoosier will just go get an Easter set and build a chicken and change the feet color and be like, "I made this."
Nobody believes that I built that Mickey in 30 minutes.
I'll self-deprecate for a minute, and I'll make something so bad that when they come time to judge it, they ask me to hold it up, and I say, "I already took it apart."
And we'll say, "Did the kids make that?"
You could just throw a whole bunch of bricks on the table and show everyone and go, "It's Lego Alderaan."
Nice.
Yeah, that worked. We did
dump a bunch of Star Wars on your desk and take off the minifigs and just say it's a set you got at Walmart.
We did Brictionary on one of Brittany's streams that I was on. And, you build it until somebody guesses what you're building.
Yeah.
And they gave you a word. Kim and I know all about Brictionary.
We kill in Brictionary. They stopped letting us win at Philly.
I know.
They decided to let the children win.
It was a massacre. It was great.
I have my winning car around here somewhere.
I haven't even built mine yet. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that. It's in my stuff somewhere.
I think nobody built mine while I was at Philly, but I had a car to drive home. Yeah, we were good. We were clicking.
Yeah, it was fun.
The kid we had with us was good too, so we were a good team.
He was like, he was so into it and he was so nervous. He was just like, I have to win. I have to be good. And we were like, just like, don't pop an aneurysm. You're fine. It's okay.
I felt sorry for the teams against us. We got to the point where I could hold up an orange thing and you would go, "A duck!" And they go, "How did you get that?"
How does it even happen? I don't know. I don't even know how I got that.
Mind melding.
It was magical. It was a magical experience. I'm still surprised that I got as many trivia questions as I did right when we did our round. So, got the Lego bug in me somewhere.
Just absorb that. Bonnie says it's that community synergy that makes it go.
True story.
I want to thank you for hosting tonight.
Happy to do it, even though I realized that I said I would host, and then the Buckeyes were playing at the same time. Luckily, they were playing Rutgers, so I didn't have to pay that much attention. I think they killed them 49-0.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
Yeah. You have to love Rutgers, the one state university in all 50 states that's not even willing to put the name of the state in its official name.
Anybody gonna get the Ninjago brickheads? Do you guys do the brickheads?
Now that they announced that they're exclusive, I might have to think a little harder about it. Probably not.
But what are they going to be exclusive to? Like
Come January 1st, they are
gone, supposedly.
But that just means they won't ship anymore. I'm sure there's hundreds of them in every store.
Well, they're only selling them at Toys R Us and the Lego shop.
Okay.
Oh wow!
I might get. I don't know. I've got brickheads that I never built sitting on the wall still.
I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. Don't get dizzy here. So
Whoa.
I've got this shelf there. Let me move this.
Okay, well, you see, you have to get them.
Yeah. Okay, am I showing that? Yeah, because that was the spice rack at one point. What they're on.
Nice.
And I sanded it and painted it white, and now it's a brickhead shelf.
That's a great repurpose.
So it is.
That's a much better use of a spice rack. And I'm a cook.
I like it better. I inherited it from my mom. My mom passed away in 2013, just as I was getting into Lego, and so that's kind of serves as a nice memory of her, but also it's my Lego. So looks well.
Totally missed it. Dang it.
Missed it.
Missed what you
Let's see if I can do it here. Make everybody sick again. We're moving. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
There's the white shelf. I'm gonna have to talk so you can see him. Not as great as your jewelry box. It's a simple white shelf that my great-grandfather actually built. It looked better when it was probably plain wood, but it needed clean from the oil and stuff from being in the kitchen.
And talk, how's the poly pegboard coming?
It's pretty full.
It's full.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to that now. There we go.
Field trips.
Yes. So there's
quick plug. The shirt that InTalk has on is currently available on Amazon.
It is. So there's the poly bag wall.
It's an awesome shirt. Go get one.
So
and look at all those pretty poly bags.
There's my mostly city and superheroes. Oops, it's what up there. My cord is falling. I'm plugged in. So yes, and then my T-shirt is from Clutch. As is, we're doing tours right now.
Oh, yours is different than mine.
Oh.
Mine
I can't
has
hear
the
you
thing.
when I pulled my thing out of my ears.
The ones he brought to Brick Fair, VA, say the Afols subscription poster service on them.
Yeah, I haven't subscribed, but I buy the ones I like.
Yeah, I'm not a subscriber to anything. I buy what I want.
I got that one up there too. Galaxy Squad.
Yeah, that's the only poster I got. Bought that one in Philly.
But I did.
I don't remember if Troy got anything from Clutch. Minifig Collector says, what are your thoughts on the rumored Lego Batman CMFs for Series 2?
Move on, Lego.
Do they have the Condiment King in Series 1?
No, I think the Condiment King is coming out, but I think it's in a third wave set, if I remember right. It should have been a Series 1 minifig. I mean, you should have take the King Tut one, donk that one off, slide in Condiment King. That would have been the most popular one in the series.
I concur.
Wow. while we're talking about minifigs, Talk, you was in the chat last week on one of the streams. I can't remember which one it was. Is that bad? But,
we all have a hat.
you were saying something about the Ninjago pod going to be in Toys R Us on Sunday?
Yeah, that's what well, it was in an ad I saw on in Brick Pickers? Yeah. And so I took it into the store to try to get both the October thing and the Ninjago pod because it was supposed to start on Thursday according to the ad I had. And the guy there told me they were both going to be there tomorrow. Not in the US, it was going to start on Sunday. So hopefully it will. If I remember and get out there, I'll post it on Instagram if I get them.
Ugh, I gotta go buy that stupid Batman Bricktober set.
Yeah.
That's the second week, right? Is that when
it should be second week if they follow the same schedule they had in Germany.
Yeah, it is second week.
What is it?
I don't even want it. But this dumb thing I got into of trying to get all the Batmans.
Batman.
Yeah, but you gotta admit though, on the Bricktober one,
there's only one that's even that good to look at.
Some of those suits on the Batman ones are pretty cool.
I only like the one. But I'll buy them all anyway, and then I'll label them and stick them in a bag and stick it in the drawer.
I'm going to put this out there. If somebody happens to pick up an extra Ninjago pod, I will gladly pay for it.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're going to pay for it.
Nah, and you send it to me, of course.
If you don't want to get paid for it and you get an extra one, just DM me and you can send it. I'll be just as appreciative as he will without giving you any money.
And my Toys R Us, they must be pulling these bat pods out of their ears.
I remember when you bought all those ones thinking it was going to be exclusive and hard to find. What did you get, like 20 of them?
No, I bought 14.
I'm only laughing because I'm the guy that spent $45 on one.
I done it too.
That's right, we bought them together. They come out a few months later for $5.99. We're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Here's what they are. Trying to show Alicia, so I don't know if I'm on the screen.
Again, bunny suit back.
Oh yeah, I think Troy got those.
Should have. What?
They're not supposed to come out till tomorrow here, supposedly.
The Batman ones are this week?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, because they did the first ones were the first. Damn, I gotta get
And you had to spend how much? $75?
No, you can, but you can also just buy them for $19.
$14.99, ain't it? Is that what it is? Or?
I thought it was $19.
I think it's usually isn't it usually $20? That was $14.99, but that was some other currency I had.
Yeah.
That was a picture from another country. I don't know what.
I think that might be the Germany ad. I think that's the Euro $14.99.
Another time in another place. Troy buys so much stuff I don't even know what's happening anymore. So.
Man,
I try to keep my collection like focused on a certain thing, and he's like, "Yay! Buy everything!"
So out of the ones here that was at Philly last year, have y'all built everything that you brought home from Philly?
Nope.
Yeah, we everything we got from InTalk. She had perfect table placement.
Yeah, we got in trouble. We were going to get in trouble because I was selling stuff before we were supposed to. That was ridiculous. I
know, but I'm so glad you did because Mia was just at the end of the day. She was done. And it was perfect. You had stuff on your table that she liked and that I liked, and it was like, all right.
Andy.
Do it.
And then I got home, and the ones that I got from you had all the figs I bought separately earlier in the day, and I was like, really? I bought 3. I bought 2 Ironmans, and I got the exact same one for free from Hoosier on a trade.
Yeah. I think this year I'm going to try to sell more to the people on YouTube, like ahead of the yard sale, if they want to buy from me, if I can.
Be very, very careful with that.
Do a trunk deal.
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Do trunk deals. Don't bring it in the building. There was some of that going on at Brick Fair, VA, and they were pissed.
Well, they let us do the yard sale. Well, I ended up selling the rest of I sold a bunch of stuff before they told us we could start the yard sale. And then I ended up selling a lot of my stuff to the guys at the brick show because they'll give me a good deal and I don't have to take anything home. But then that irritates all the other people who are there who just want to, buy stuff. So it's that balance. I'd rather sell, the people I know and help them out, even if I'm giving them a deal. But I also want to get rid of everything.
Put it on Instagram. Put it on Instagram. People will find it, and that's another option.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with shipping at all. So
oh, okay. Yeah, then I have to drive down there.
And this is why this works really well to do it this way. I buy stuff on sale, and I've done
absolutely.
this. I did this at Brick Fair, Alabama, as well.
Yeah, it's like I've got a set on my shelf right now. I want nothing. I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah.
I don't need any of the parts that are in it. Hoosier knows the story. My Target put something out. They didn't even still have it in their inventory. It wouldn't ring up. They know me because I'm there all the time. I said, well, I guess that means you're going to sell it to me for $1. And
I think everybody knows this. We've all seen this online, haven't we?
Yeah. And she's like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, then I'll buy it.
Why not?
Yep.
Like at Philly last year, that Thursday, we was all wheeling and dealing under the table.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, like pet shops.
Clutch had his pool there.
Because
you had Clutch's pool, you had BR's, Big Ben.
I mean, I wouldn't be selling to the public. It'd just be selling to each other, like behind our tables.
No, it's just horse trading to your friends.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I better go head off to bed.
Good night, Miss Amby.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it. I mean, and that's the DMV. That's what we do all day long. It's trading back and forth with stuff that we find that we know the others will want.
Like I bought a pet shop, sorry, MD, and
that's okay.
Town Square thingy or something. I don't even know what the set was, but I wasn't there 10 minutes on Thursday and acquired both of them.
Yep, because I got there Saturday and asked about both of them. Oh, there's a pet shop right there. It's sold already, but it's not. Okay.
That's another bad thing about taking a trailer.
Because you're going to fill it?
That just means I can buy more. I had to quit buying last year because I knew I was getting to the point where it wasn't going to be able to come back home with me.
There, Donnie asked what the pod was I was talking about. So there's a picture of the pod, the Ninjago movie pod.
It'll be interesting to see how many pods they keep doing, if this is a trend.
I think it'll be interesting to see if Toys R Us actually has 2 free giveaways at one time, if they can actually handle that at the registrar.
Oh, mine couldn't. My Toys R Us is off.
No, mine is too.
They don't even have to fess up to even having what the giveaway with the national ad.
So what's the giveaway on the pod?
I think it's if you spend 35 and the others if you spend 75. So maybe so what you do, you go in, you buy 2 Batmans and you get the pod free, right? But we'll see if they let us do that.
Yeah, you try to just do the double down.
Yeah. So should we call it a night, go to post show? People are starting to fall off.
That's all on you.
Good. Sounds good. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, well, if we gotta get up and go to Toys R Us tomorrow, we gotta go to bed. I
gotta go to Ren Fair.
Woohoo. Well, thanks everybody for watching, for finding us on this channel. And next week, we think it's on Brittany Starshine. There's a good chance that Bricksmith and or Brittany will let us know that again during the week. They even talked about this show being on tonight. So just watch us all on Instagram and watch the other shows. Watch what the DMB Brothers, that's Wednesday night, right?
Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We are not kid friendly and we have no filters.
And then on the Icebox is usually on Monday night. We've got we've got the what's the show called on Sunday night?
Hauling and Balling tomorrow night.
And I think there's going to be a cellar show that Big B's doing. Usually,
yep.
We repeat all those on all of them.
Is Pink Bucket Nation starting tomorrow night?
I think so.
If they can get their internet working.
I think that one's tomorrow. So community's getting that show count back up. Need to get some Sunday sort going again on the afternoons on Sunday.
D pulls one out every once in a while.
I know. That was my savior back when I used to work Sundays, man. Putting that thing up and just having it going.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching. I'm going to hit the red button. So good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.